deadly mistakes that transform your eggs from superfood to hidden poison. However, what many people don't realize is that the way you prepare, store, and cook eggs can greatly impact their nutritional value and health benefits. In fact, if not handled correctly, eggs can turn from a beneficial food source into a potential health risk. Have you ever wondered if the way you're cooking your eggs might be secretly harming your health? What if small, seemingly insignificant mistakes in your kitchen were sabotaging the nutritional benefits of the eggs you consume? This video will reveal 8 fatal mistakes that could transform your eggs from a superfood to silent poison. Stay tuned, because by the end, you'll be equipped with simple, actionable tips to enjoy eggs safely and maximize their health benefits without worrying about hidden dangers. Let's dive in. Why avoid these mistakes? Although eggs are one of the most nutritious foods you can consume, they come with certain risks if not handled properly. The way you cook, store, and prepare eggs can either enhance or compromise their health benefits. Unfortunately, many people are unaware of the small mistakes they make that can turn eggs from a healthy choice into a potential source of toxins. In this video, we'll reveal the 8 most common mistakes people make with eggs. Some of these may surprise you, especially if you've been preparing eggs the same way for years without thinking twice about it. By understanding these crucial mistakes, you'll be able to enjoy eggs in a safer, healthier way while still reaping all their nutritional benefits. Avoiding these mistakes will not only protect your health, but also help you enjoy the full potential of eggs without any hidden risks. Mistake 1. Incorrect storage of eggs. One of the most common yet overlooked mistakes when it comes to eggs is improper storage. Many people don't realize that how you store your eggs can drastically affect their safety. After cooking, eggs need to be kept at the right temperature to avoid the growth of harmful bacteria. If eggs are left at room temperature for too long, they quickly enter a danger zone, where bacteria multiply rapidly, especially between 4 degrees Celsius and 60 degrees Celsius. This can lead to foodborne illnesses like Salmonella, Listeria, and E. coli. For example, hard-boiled eggs should be stored in the refrigerator within 2 hours of cooking and eaten within a week to ensure safety. Scrambled or fried eggs, on the other hand, should be consumed within 3 to 4 days. Storing eggs improperly, such as leaving them uncovered or in a loosely sealed container, can create a breeding ground for bacteria, even if they've been cooked thoroughly. Cross-contamination is another major risk when eggs are stored improperly. If cooked eggs are placed near raw meat or unwashed vegetables, they can absorb harmful bacteria from these contaminated foods. Many assume that boiled eggs are safe because they've already been cooked. But once they're cooled, they become just as vulnerable to contamination as any other perishable food. To avoid this, make sure to store cooked eggs in airtight containers and keep them in the fridge at a consistent temperature. By doing so, you not only preserve their flavor and texture, but also significantly reduce the risk of harmful bacteria growth. Remember, a simple change in how you store your eggs can help protect your health and prevent unnecessary digestive issues. Mistake 2. Using the wrong cooking oil. The oil you choose to cook your eggs in can make a significant difference in their health impact. While eggs are naturally rich in high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential nutrients, the wrong type of cooking oil can turn them into a source of inflammation and long-term health risks. Many people unknowingly use oils that degrade at high temperatures, releasing harmful compounds that can damage cells and contribute to chronic conditions. For example, oils like vegetable oil, canola oil, and margarine are highly processed and contain unhealthy trans fats. These fats, when heated, break down into harmful compounds that can increase inflammation in the body, potentially leading to heart disease, cognitive decline, and other health issues, especially in older adults. Over time, the consumption of these oils can interfere with normal cellular function and increase the risk of chronic diseases. It's essential to choose oils that are stable at high temperatures and beneficial for your health. Healthier alternatives, like olive oil, butter, or avocado oil, can make a world of difference. These fats are not only better for your heart, but also support a healthy brain function, and they don't release toxic compounds when heated. In fact, swapping out highly processed oils for healthier options can lead to noticeable improvements in your digestion and overall energy levels. For instance, Francisco, a 78-year-old man, noticed that after switching from vegetable oil to butter and olive oil, he felt less lethargic after meals and experienced better digestion. This simple change in cooking oil led to significant improvements in his well-being. So, the next time you cook eggs, make sure to choose a high-quality oil with a high smoke point, such as olive oil or butter, to ensure you're not only enhancing flavor, but also protecting your long-term health. Mistake 3. Washing eggs before storing. A surprisingly common mistake many people make is washing their eggs before storing them. While it may seem like a good idea to clean eggs to remove any dirt or bacteria, doing so can actually increase the risk of contamination. Eggs naturally have a protective layer called the cuticle, which acts as a barrier against bacteria. When you wash eggs, especially with warm or hot water, you can remove this protective layer, making the eggs more vulnerable to harmful bacteria. Moreover, washing eggs can cause bacteria from the shell's surface to be pushed through the porous shell and into the egg itself, where it can multiply quickly. Food safety experts recommend that eggs should not be washed before storage, as modern egg production systems already ensure eggs are cleaned in a controlled environment during processing. This cleaning process removes surface contaminants without compromising the egg's natural defense. If your eggs appear visibly dirty, the best practice is to gently wipe them with a dry cloth or paper towel just before use. This helps maintain the protective layer while still keeping the eggs clean. Additionally, in regions like Europe, eggs are often not washed at all, but are vaccinated against pathogens like salmonella, ensuring safety without the need for washing. Maria, a 65-year-old grandmother, discovered the hard way that washing her eggs as soon as she brought them home was shortening their shelf life. After learning about the proper storage practices, she stopped washing her eggs. And as a result, they lasted much longer while maintaining their quality. By simply adjusting this small step in your routine, you can help extend the shelf life of your eggs and reduce the risk of contamination. So, next time you reach for your eggs, remember, wash them only when you're ready to use them and let the natural protective layer do its job. Mistake 4. Eating cracked or expired eggs. Many people assume that as long as an egg looks good on the outside, it's safe to eat. However, eggs that are cracked, expired, or improperly stored can harbor dangerous bacteria and pose significant health risks. A cracked eggshell is no longer an effective barrier against bacteria, and harmful microorganisms can easily enter the egg, leading to contamination. One of the most common problems with eggs is relying solely on the expiration date to determine their safety. While the expiration date can be helpful, eggs can spoil before or last a bit longer, depending on how they've been stored. If you've ever cracked an egg and noticed an unusual smell, that could be a sign that the egg has gone bad even if it's within the expiry period. That strange odor comes from the breakdown of the egg's proteins, which can be harmful to consume. To ensure the eggs are still safe to eat, you can use a simple water test. Fill a bowl with cold water and gently drop the egg in. Fresh eggs will sink to the bottom and lie flat on their side. If the egg stands upright, it's still good, but should be eaten soon. If the egg floats, it's time to discard it. This is a reliable way to check the freshness of your eggs without the need for special equipment. Evelyn, a 74-year-old woman, had always been careful about her food, but never thought to check her eggs before using them. One day, she cracked an egg with a strange odor and ignored the warning signs, leading to food poisoning. After learning about the water test, she began checking her eggs regularly, which helped her avoid future issues. Improper storage can also lead to condensation inside the eggshell, especially if eggs have been exposed to temperature fluctuations. This moisture can encourage bacterial growth, making the eggs unsafe to eat. To avoid this, store eggs in a consistent, cool environment, and always check for cracks before using them. By taking the time to check your eggs for cracks, expiration dates, and freshness, you can avoid potential foodborne illnesses and enjoy eggs safely. Mistake 5. Consuming raw or undercooked eggs. While many people believe that eating raw or undercooked eggs is a healthy choice, especially for maximum nutrient absorption, this practice comes with serious health risks. Raw eggs, although rich in protein, vitamins, and minerals, can carry harmful bacteria such as salmonella, which can lead to food poisoning. This is especially concerning for older adults, as their immune systems naturally weaken with age, making it harder to fight off infections. Consuming raw eggs in dishes like homemade mayonnaise, raw cookie dough, or soft-boiled eggs may expose you to these bacteria. While the risk of salmonella contamination is relatively low, it is still a risk that should not be taken lightly. Symptoms of salmonella infection can include fever, stomach cramps, diarrhea, and in severe cases, dehydration and hospitalization. Daisy, a 68-year-old woman, loved making smoothies with raw eggs, believing it was the best way to retain all the nutrients. After years of this habit, she suddenly began experiencing severe stomach pains and nausea. Tests revealed she had contracted salmonella poisoning from the raw eggs she had been consuming. After switching to fully cooked eggs, she never faced this issue again. In addition to the risk of salmonella, raw eggs also contain a compound called avidin, which binds to biotin, a crucial B vitamin that supports metabolism, nerve function, and healthy skin and hair. Consuming raw eggs regularly can prevent your body from absorbing biotin properly, leading to potential deficiencies over time. To avoid these risks, it's best to cook your eggs thoroughly. By doing so, you can still enjoy all the nutritional benefits of eggs while minimizing the chance of foodborne illnesses. Cooking eggs not only makes them safer, but also ensures that you can absorb all the nutrients without any of the associated risks of raw consumption. Mistake 6. Overheating eggs. One of the most common mistakes people make when cooking eggs is overheating them, which can significantly compromise their nutritional value. Eggs are packed with high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential vitamins, but cooking them at excessively high temperatures can alter their chemical composition, turning a nutritious food into something potentially harmful. When eggs are overcooked, whether by frying them until they are brown, boiling them for too long, or stirring them over high heat, they undergo a process called oxidation. This process results in the formation of harmful compounds, particularly oxidized cholesterol, which has been linked to increased inflammation and a higher risk of heart disease. Overcooked eggs can also lose some of their key nutrients, including vitamin B12, folate, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which are important for brain and eye health. If you've ever noticed a strong sulfuric smell after boiling eggs for too long, it's a clear sign they've been overheated. This smell is caused by the reaction between sulfur in the egg whites and iron in the yolk, forming iron sulfide, a compound that signals damage to the egg cells. While this doesn't make the egg toxic in a literal sense, it's a clear indication that the egg has lost some of its nutritional integrity. Robert, a 76-year-old man, was a regular egg eater who liked to fry his eggs until they had crispy edges. After years of doing so, he began noticing digestive discomfort and heartburn after his morning meals. After learning about the dangers of oxidized cholesterol, he switched to cooking his eggs over lower heat, stirring them gently. Within weeks, he felt noticeably better, experiencing less bloating and more energy. To preserve the nutrients in your eggs and reduce the risk of inflammation, it's important to cook them at lower temperatures. Whether you're scrambling, boiling, or frying, avoid excessive heat and cook your eggs gently. This small change in how you prepare eggs can make a big difference in their nutritional value and overall health benefits. By cooking eggs properly, you ensure you're getting all the nutrients without the potential risks associated with overheating. Mistake 7. Cross-contamination. During egg preparation. Cross-contamination is one of the most common and dangerous mistakes people make when preparing eggs. It happens when bacteria from raw foods, such as meat or unwashed vegetables, are transferred to eggs during cooking or preparation. What many people don't realize is that the same cutting boards, utensils, or even hands used to handle raw meat can easily spread harmful pathogens to eggs, making them a potential source of illness. This issue is especially concerning for older adults and those with weakened immune systems, as they are more vulnerable to infections. In fact, research shows that home kitchens often harbor more bacteria than toilet seats, highlighting the importance of proper hygiene in food preparation. Common pathogens like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria can be transferred to eggs through contaminated surfaces or utensils, causing serious illnesses, including food poisoning. Carlos, an 80-year-old man, began experiencing recurring digestive issues after his meals. Upon a visit from his granddaughter, a nurse, she noticed that he used the same knife to cut raw chicken and prepare his scrambled eggs. This seemingly harmless practice was exposing him to harmful bacteria that his aging immune system had trouble fighting. After switching to separate utensils for raw and cooked foods and practicing better hand hygiene, his digestive problems decreased significantly. To prevent cross-contamination, it's essential to follow strict food safety practices. Use separate cutting boards and utensils for raw and cooked foods, and always wash your hands thoroughly with warm, soapy water before and after handling eggs. Regularly disinfect kitchen surfaces, including countertops, sponges, and dish towels, to prevent bacteria from spreading. By practicing these simple steps, you can drastically reduce the risk of foodborne illnesses and protect both yourself and your loved ones. Incorporating these practices into your cooking routine will not only help keep your eggs safe to eat, but also ensure that you are preparing food in a hygienic and health-conscious way, minimizing the risks of cross-contamination. Mistake 8. Leaving eggs out at room temperature. Leaving eggs at room temperature for too long is a surprisingly common mistake, and it can have serious consequences for your health. Experts classify the temperature range between 4 degrees Celsius and 60 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, as the danger zone, where bacteria multiply rapidly. If eggs are left at room temperature for more than 2 hours, the risk of bacterial growth significantly increases, potentially turning otherwise safe eggs into a source of food poisoning. What many people don't realize is that temperature fluctuations, such as leaving eggs out during meal prep or in a hot car, create condensation both inside and outside the eggshell. This moisture provides the perfect environment for bacteria to thrive, increasing the likelihood of contamination. For example, Salmonella bacteria can double every 20 minutes at room temperature, making eggs unsafe to eat if not stored properly. Helena, a 70-year-old woman, used to leave her eggs on the counter to reach room temperature before cooking them, believing this would improve the texture of her omelets and cakes. After experiencing severe food poisoning that required hospitalization, her doctor explained that this practice significantly increased her risk of contamination. Helena learned that she could still achieve the same results by placing eggs in a bowl of warm water for a few minutes before use, without exposing herself to the dangers of leaving eggs out at room temperature. To avoid this mistake, always store eggs in the refrigerator immediately after purchasing or cooking them. Experts recommend refrigerating hard-boiled eggs within 2 hours of cooking, and within 1 hour if the room temperature exceeds 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius. This simple habit will significantly reduce the risk of bacterial contamination. In addition, ensure your refrigerator is set to a consistent temperature below 4 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Fahrenheit, to effectively slow down bacterial growth. By following these storage guidelines, you can keep your eggs safe and avoid potential foodborne illnesses. Simple changes like these can have a big impact on your health, preventing risks that many people unknowingly expose themselves to. Conclusion and tips. Now that we've explored these 8 crucial mistakes, take a moment to reflect on how you've been preparing, storing, and cooking your eggs. While eggs are undoubtedly one of the most nutritious foods available, small changes in the way you handle them can make all the difference between supporting your health or inadvertently putting it at risk. The good news is that avoiding these mistakes is simple and doesn't require drastic changes to your routine. Start by cooking eggs at lower temperatures to preserve their nutrients, and switch from raw or undercooked eggs to fully cooked ones to avoid harmful bacteria. Proper storage is equally important. Keep your eggs refrigerated, check for cracks, and always ensure they're stored in airtight containers to protect them from contamination. A small adjustment like using the right cooking oil can also go a long way in maximizing the nutritional benefits of eggs while avoiding harmful inflammation. These easy-to-implement tips can make a significant impact on your health, providing you with more energy, better digestion, and improved overall well-being. By making these simple changes to your daily egg habits, you'll be able to enjoy all the benefits eggs offer without worrying about hidden health risks. It's not about giving up eggs. It's about enjoying them in a way that maximizes their benefits and minimizes the potential risks to your health. Thank you for watching. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share what you learned today or how you plan to apply this knowledge to your daily routine. Your thoughts and experiences are important to us, and we're always inspired by your feedback. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family to help spread these valuable tips. Remember, small changes in eating habits can have a transformative effect on your health and quality of life. Keep making informed choices, and we'll see you in the next video with more valuable tips for a healthier and happier lifestyle. Thank you for watching. We hope you found these tips helpful and are ready to make positive changes to your egg preparation and storage habits. Now, it's time to take action. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with friends and family who could benefit from this information. Your support helps us continue creating more helpful content like this. Leave a comment below to share what you've learned or how you plan to apply these tips in your life. Your feedback motivates us to keep creating valuable content to inspire healthier habits for everyone. Remember, small changes can make a big difference in your overall well-being. Thank you again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video with more practical advice for living a healthier and happier life.